Reddit Platinum. r/AskReddit. What's a normal thing to do at 3 p.m. but a creepy thing to do at 3 a.m.? Meeting with a friend in the park. Afternoon looks normal. At 3 a.m. it looks like a drug deal. Why else would you meet with your friend at 3 a.m. if not for a drug deal? To play Pokemon Go, duh. To do drugs because you are 17 years old and live with your parents still, duh. Searching for plants apparently. A biologist from my university was arrested in his own backyard while he was searching for a certain weed. What happened next? Well, first the cops asked him if he could ID himself, which he couldn't do immediately, because his passport was in his house, and he was in his backyard. However, the cops believed him to be a burglar, so they wouldn't let him go near the house. After a while the biologist got tired of it and started walking towards his house, so the cops pepper sprayed him. I think he got taken to the police station where they could ID him some way or another. He was released but did receive a fine because he wasn't able to ID himself, which is goose poop. Play the organ. 3 p.m., church service. 3 a.m., possessed by demons. Or, you're a student and that's the only time the university recital hall is unoccupied. Did that a few times in my undergrad years. How are the demons treating you? Well, I hope. He makes them sandwiches. Slowly driving through a suburban neighborhood in an ice cream truck that plays music. The only way to make it worse is if the ice cream truck has some sort of mascot, and you have to dress up as him. Not exactly the same, but the ice cream truck by my old house had a pretty mangled looking SpongeBob on the roof. I distinctly remember questioning the legality regarding copyright. At 3 a.m. that would be nightmare fuel though. I once bought ice cream from a van that said, "Better than Mama's milk," on the back, which I didn't see until I'd already bought the ice cream. That was already creepy at 3 p.m, I'd have felt much more creeped out at 3 a.m. Yeah, I don't think that was an ice cream van. Were they offering it for free inside by any chance? It tasted like ice cream but they only had a single soft whip machine, i.e. no packaged ice creams or lollies. I've never seen it since, but I don't plan to buy from them again. Wave to your neighbors. Well, if they're also digging holes in their backyard at 3 a.m., it would be rude not to, and if they're digging holes at 3 a.m., you probably don't want to be rude to them. Start digging one too so you don't worry them, and if they ask what you're up to, you gotta say you're hiding a corpse, just in case they are, then slip Emma 20. Have your Google Home or Alexa randomly say, "Sorry, I didn't catch that. We apparently lost internet overnight one night." So at around 1 a.m. we gained it back because Alexa started her boot up sequence and announced, "Hello," to the bedroom. I jumped up and wandered the house looking for the pleasant burglar who likes to announce himself. God, I had something similar happen. 2 a.m. one night and my girlfriend and I are solidly asleep. Suddenly the loudest hush we've ever heard wakes us up at the same time. We both shot up straight at the same time. My heart is racing. Like, someone is in my home and just told my animals to hush. We both sat quiet for at least 2 to 3 minutes but didn't hear anything else. All this time I'm looking around trying to find a weapon, and end up with a wooden dowel that was in the bedroom. My girlfriend crawls to the side of the bed and I start sneaking around the house. I found all the doors locked, all the windows intact, nothing moved, and the cats more or less asleep, or no more active than they would be otherwise. We were super confused but ended up figuring maybe it was just a truck outside our window or something that had drove away before we looked. We couldn't think of anything else. The next day I go to use my computer and I can't get any sound from the speakers. Turns out my sound card blew in the middle of the night and caused the sound to come through my speakers before it died, or at least that's my best guess now. Scary stuff. Play the piano, passionately. That's called being an alcoholic musician. So just being a musician in other words. I know a lot of musicians that are in bands. I can confirm this. A musician can confirm. If you are a cat, sleep. Cat sleeping at 3 p.m, normal, perfectly cat-like. Cat sleeping at 3 a.m, very concerning, non-cat-like behavior. I got it backwards. That's exactly what I meant. 3 a.m. is perfect cat time to play. Also works for small children. I, as a cat, can confirm. Mowing your lawn. I thought this too, but it's not creepy, just weird and annoying. I mean, I feel like if someone did it at 3 a.m. it's beyond merely annoying and into the realm of mental issues. Indeed. I wish I could mow my lawn at night, since I work nights and I hate having to wait all damn day to do it just before I go to bed. However, is extremely rude to my neighbors, violates noise ordinances, and frankly I don't see how I could mow and not miss things in the freaking dark. Stand in the back garden naked and stare at the moon. My wife sleepwalks when she's stressed. So one night she starts sleepwalking, and at some point strips off and heads downstairs. She manages to go out into the back garden and is apparently just stood staring at the moon completely naked. The next door neighbors must have seen this, and the next day my wife overhears them talking to their family about how they saw the woman next door stood outside naked staring at the moon. The older man then pipes up and says, "She must be one of those moon nudists." Always makes me laugh. TLDR, neighbors think my wife is a moon nudist. Moon nudists should be a thing. I feel like it is a thing among witches. I've been told flying my kite late at night is creepy. But if I can't sleep and there's good wind, I'm flying day or night, I don't give a flying goose. Attach some LEDs and watch people lose their poop. Do it. Dang. Whistling. I whistle a lot, and at a summer camp I whistled softly, "Twinkle Twinkle Little Star," up the stairs slowly. I was carrying a lot of instant noodles to my camp room so they could eat, and when I entered the room everyone was just staring. Another thing is entering someone else's room. The dead people in the room staring into the void, or your creeped out but alive roommates. My creeped out roommates. The noodles were awesome though. Please like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell for more.